Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are talking about SoFi Technologies' SoFi stock, and why SoFi Technologies could rally after their Q3 earnings results, and we will also discuss why this particular author upgraded his overall perspective on SoFi shares. So for more videos on SoFi Technologies and their stock, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Go ahead and press it right now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one, and also I would love to hear your comments down below about how you think SoFi Technologies will perform for their upcoming Q3 2023 earnings report. So with all of that being said, again, don't forget to go and smash the like button, comment down below, and with that being said, let's jump right into today's stories. SoFi Technologies is a fintech company or a financial technology company that essentially operates as a digital bank, and their ticker symbol is SOFI. And SoFi Technologies is set to release their quarterly earnings report on October 30th of 2023, and I personally think, and the author agrees, that this fintech is poised for a robust earnings report which could increase their overall share price. There are three main things that we would want to focus on concerning their upcoming report, and that would be their member growth momentum, which is likely to be sustained for the third quarter, which is going to be great news because the more members that they can add, this will positively impact their bottom and top line. We also know that the student loan payments resumed in October, and this presents the fintech company, which is also a student loan refinancer, a phenomenal platform to kick off growth and profit. To where in the next quarter, we are anticipating that they will bring in profitability and break into profitability during the fourth quarter of 2023. So it's really good to see that this segment of theirs is warming up. And then lastly, we're going to talk about SoFi Technologies, how it has raised their guidance 2 times already in 2023. And after this earnings report, they could potentially raise their future guidance for a third time, meaning that results are going to be even better than anticipated and that they will increase their overall forecast and projections for the remainder of the year. And all three of these are very positive developments, which we will talk about right now. Let's first talk about their current share price. Right now, the SoFi stock price is $7.40 per share. And recently it's pulled back, which is actually good news because this makes their PS ratio, also known as their price to sales multiple, more digestible. And that means that the risk to reward ratio for this company has become more promising because the cheaper the share price gets, that makes it less risky and a better opportunity for a long-term investment considering their overall growth metrics. SoFi Technologies is moving closer to GAAP profitability, which is going to be a game changer for investors, and this will flip multiple investor sentiments and analysts' sentiments in regards to this company for the positive. Meaning that once this company does bring in GAAP profitability in the fourth quarter, not the third quarter, but next quarter, that is going to change a lot of investors and analysts' minds, which means we could be receiving a price upgrades, increase in price targets, and greater price predictions from financial professionals, experts, analysts, and even investors and financial reporters. But what can we anticipate that this company will bring in for the approaching earnings report? Well, let's talk about their EPS. According to some analysts and models, it's anticipated that they will bring in an 8-cent per share loss for the third quarter, which will be released on October 30th of 2023, and this would be in line with expectations. However, SoFi Technologies has a good history of consistently beating their overall earnings per share estimates. For example, out of the last 8 quarters, or roughly 2 years, SoFi Technologies has surpassed expectations 7 out of 8 times. And that one time that they didn't, they met expectations. So literally, they have a 100% track record of meeting or beating expectations in regards to their EPS. So that 8-cent per share loss is most likely not that accurate, and they could bring in a 7-cent per share loss or lower, which is going to be exciting to see, and this could act as a catalyst which will lift their overall share price. But now let's jump over from their earnings per share and their upcoming profitability to their member growth, which is going to positively influence their revenues and earnings. This author's personal expectations for SoFi's member growth are very bullish and positive. He believes that the fintech will add a boatload of new members, and he cites the history of them adding many new members over the first half of the year, and he does doesn't see that this growth is going to slow anytime soon. He said it would be odd for their membership growth momentum to randomly stop at an abrupt end during the third quarter, meaning that during the third quarter we could actually see them increase or at least maintain their current momentum. That means their member growth is going to be very solid, which will reflect very positively in their top of the line, which is their revenue, and their bottom line, which is their earnings. Therefore, if their momentum has been sustained, SoFi Technologies is on a fantastic long-term growth trajectory, considering that they have already added more than 1 million members to their member base during the first half of the year. And in the last 4 quarters, on average, they have added approximately 480,000 new members per quarter, which would attribute in total to them reporting 6.72 million members at the end of September. So this is very good news, and again, their membership and their flywheel business model is the crux of this company's future success, because as they add more members and they sell and cross-sell more products and services to these members, this will positively impact and affect and reflect in their earnings as well as their revenue and sales. So we need to take this into account when we project their future growth rate. And right now they are growing their members at a stunning 44% growth rate. And you can look on screen here that this has been absolutely phenomenal for this company. And I anticipate that this momentum will continuously be shown throughout the third quarter and well into the fourth quarter. But we have another catalyst for this company. Not only are they anticipated to beat on their earnings per share, not only are they projected to become profitable during the fourth quarter, which is the quarter after this one, and on top of the fact that they are growing their members very rapidly, we also have another catalyst, and that would be how student loan payments are resuming. Because remember, SoFi Technologies is a fintech company, but they also offer student loan refinancing. With student loan borrowers now being required to make payments on their loans, this has increased the amount of demand for SoFi's overall products and services dramatically in regards to their student loan refinancing. And this catalyst could push them further into profitability once they achieve profitability in the fourth quarter. We also know that SoFi Technologies has already raised their guidance 2 times for 2023 in regards to their future guidance pertaining to their revenue and earnings. Therefore, if this earnings report comes in very positively, we know that their management could raise guidance yet again for the 3rd consecutive quarter. And this is one of those catalysts that routinely increase their overall share price. So right now it's trading at around $7. Many people believe it's worth around $12. And if this earnings report is very positive, we could see the company surge between $9 to $10 if we have a good earnings report. But again, earnings reports are very tricky because if the earnings report does not meet expectations in any of these categories, the share price could fall. However, I am thinking that this is going to be rather bullish and positive, but only time will tell. But let's focus back on student loans and student loan refinancing. Millions of borrowers who have student loans now have to make payments again, and they have now been incentivized to go to institutions such as SoFi Technologies to either lower their interest rate or increase the time span in which they can pay back these loans. So that's why we have seen a lot of demand for student loan refinancing ever since the student loan moratorium has officially ended. And this is great news for SoFi Technologies because this radically increases one of their revenue segments. Now this revenue segment is no longer on hold thanks to the student loan moratorium ending and will now start to generate not only revenues but also profits. For the entire year, the company is anticipated to bring in $2.02 billion worth of sales, which would equate to a 31.3% growth rate or CAGR compared to the prior year. This also positively reflects on their PS ratio or their price to sales multiple, where they are trading at 3.4 times according to 2023 metrics. This is very positive in my view because we want to see not only an aggressive growth rate, which we are seeing well over a 30% CAGR because SoFi is bringing in a 31.3%, but we are also seeing a low PS ratio of only 3.4. And that means this company is an absolute steal to buy right now. Others may compare them to other financial institutions such as Affirm Holdings, which is trading at 2.6 times sales, or even PayPal, which is trading at 2 times sales. However, when we look at Affirm's and PayPal's growth rates, we notice that SoFi is outperforming them in their growth. Therefore, this allows them to have a higher PS ratio, and eventually, as their CAGR for their revenue continues to increase, their PS ratio will drop, and I think it's going to drop below Affirm Holdings and PayPal's overall PS ratio due to SoFi having a very high CAGR. So these are very positive developments for SoFi Technologies. Now, although we are being very bullish and positive regarding their upcoming earnings report on October 30th, this doesn't mean that the share price won't drop lower after this earnings report, whether it's good or bad, because sometimes the market acts irrationally. However, if it does drop in price to around the $5 to $6 range or low sevens, investors should use this as a buying opportunity as long as they have not overexposed themselves more than a 5% initial portfolio allocation. And the example I always give, if somebody has a $100,000 portfolio and they are looking to invest into SoFi Technologies, the maximum amount that they should be able to spend on SoFi Technologies is $5,000, which is 5% of their overall portfolio worth. After that initial $5,000 is either lump summed and spent all at once or periodically over time, then you just let the company ride for the long term. And this also saves you from unnecessary losses, and it's just proper risk management. However, I think that their upcoming earnings report will be rather bullish, and they have a phenomenal risk to reward ratio considering their low share price right now according to their sales and revenues. So remember, just in a couple of days, SoFi Technologies is going to report their quarterly earnings report for their Q3 results for 2023, and the odds are in their favor right now in regards to not only robust earnings but also very impressive revenue growth, which could breathe new life into this stock. With that being said, I would love to hear your thoughts and your price targets for SoFi Technologies down below. Don't forget to comment whether or not you believe this is going to be a positive or negative earnings report, and please go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and don't forget to become a member of this channel for as little as 99 cents to support me personally, because that's what keeps me here on YouTube. With all of that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in the next YT video.